Hey, you beautiful buttholes. How are we doing today? Good Thursday afternoon. This is me after being chemoed for, I don't know, man, like 5 hours today. Went into the hospital. I told you I'd be dropping a video today. I'm going to try to run my mouth a little bit quicker and keep this short if I can, because the adventures of Heath. I was supposed to go in today. As you remember, I agreed to a clinical where my hat's crooked, and they would chemo me one day, chemo pill me for 21 days straight, 7-day break, day 29, get chemoed again, and start my 21-day pill thing again. Do that for a few months, bone marrow, blah, 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 blah. Nurse called Julie yesterday morning. There was some confusion about what the heck was going to happen today at 8:15 when I was supposed to go to the hospital. They called me yesterday afternoon. They're like, we understand that you have agreed to the clinical. I was like, yeah, I thought I made that clear when I told you, give me a return to work and I'll take your stupid little pills thing, exchange. And apparently that was not the clinical, and both me and Julie completely misunderstood everything that was being said, or the doctor misspoke. You make your choice. But anyway, we went in today at 8:15. They told us, tell you what, since you've agreed to the clinical's a totally different thing, so we will not be chemoing you tomorrow, which meant today. So I went in completely prepared just to go in, get a blood pull, talk to clinicians, and leave. Well, then when we get in there, they hand me a pamphlet of these medications, their side effects, and blah, blah, and we start talking, and I told them, I was like, well, so I thought that, we had signed up for the clinical. They're like, oh, no. That is actually what I recommended. I was like, well, I thought that was the chemo with comfort until I freaking die. No, it wasn't that either. And, so we had an adult conversation, and we sorted everything out. And they're like, well, we'll just poison you today then if you're ready. Which I really wasn't ready, but hey, be water. So they hooked me up and they chemoed me today. They are going to be chemoing me every Friday till freaking oblivion, I guess. In combination with being chemoed every Friday, every week, I have to take the whole 21 pill thing. There's a pharmacy like out of California or something that's filling the prescription because nobody else can because it's their chemo pills and it's a big deal. And so I'm talking to the lady today from the pharmacy while I'm being poisoned, and I'm on my little Benadryl like from a fire hose, and I'm going out pretty quick, and she's trying to ask me questions, and I'm just man. So finally she's like, well, I said, you realize that there will be a copay with this, and the copay is kind of expensive. And I'm like, that's okay. I was like, I get good insurance. And she's like, well, the copay will be $6,238. Are you able to pay that now? And at which point I started laughing uncontrollably and told her that, well, my wife has power of attorney and she handles all the insurance and billing anyway, because I'm hooked up to a Thorazine drip as we speak, and you're about to lose me, so I'm gonna hand you off to my wife. So she gets on with Julie, and I end up passing out. Found out later that this lady told Julie, same thing, $6,300 copay, and Julie's like, well, we're not gonna do that, so what do we do? Well, you can download this coupon or app or something. There's a manufacturer's refund discount voucher, whatever. And Julie's like, okay, we'll do that. And so then she's like, so what's that make the copay? $10. So instead of paying basically $6,300 every month, now it looks like I'm going to be paying $10 a month. Hopefully it's not a one-time deal. I didn't ask about that. But anyway, they're like, well, we need to deliver this to your house, and there has to be somebody there to sign for it because it's such an expensive drug. Well, I go back to work on Monday. Julie goes back to work on Tuesday. So she's like, well, there's not going to be anybody here because the dog doesn't have thumbs. He can't write. And what do we do? Well, we can deliver it to CVS. You just pick it up at CVS for $10. So they can either sell this stuff for $10 or they can't, because some little digital, know-nothing, non-existent, make-believe coupon app thing, it doesn't make a difference. Pray for the people that don't know any different and actually shell out $6,300 a month to try to save a loved one. That just ugh. And socialized medicine is not the answer. So don't go down that road with me. But anyway, that's the deal. I got to talk to my HR people at work, because it looks like Monday's going to be half a day, because I got to come back Monday for, I don't remember why. I just remember I have to be here at like 2 o'clock. And then I'm going to have to get poisoned every Friday for a while. And then also on the bone marrow thing, if we ever get to that, and they said we're not even going to talk about that because we got to get there first. Actually, this drug is supposed to be 46% successful, so that means 0.06% successful for me for some reason. But we're going to give it a try and hope for the best. But on the bone marrow thing, now they're saying that my siblings are good. Half unit or quarter units are not, because my children would only have half my DNA with any luck, and Julie's half, so half's not good enough. So apparently there's a DNA bone marrow bank out there, and so I may end up getting a donation from a complete stranger. So hopefully it's from somebody that can dance, because that would be cool. But and can math, dance and can math. Those would be fantastic. But in short, I gotta get off here because it's gonna be just a huge video again. But the thing I want to throw out there is that weird things happen to me sometimes, and they only happen to me, it seems like. I'm sure they don't. But like today, out of a room of 4 adults, nobody knew what the hell they were talking about, apparently. But then all of a sudden, everybody was misunderstanding everybody. Everything's different than what it seemed. Everything's been turned upside down, shaken up, and now we've come up with a new idea, and this new idea sounds more reasonable to me, because it seems more aggressive to me, and aggressive, I think, is what I need, such as our country and a president right now. But aggressive makes sense to me, and I think God picked up his phone, is what I'm trying to say. I really do. And so once again, I got pretty good confidence in this. I'm not looking forward to any bone marrow transplants, and I'll probably be reaching out to my buddy Steve E on some of this stuff, because he's been to the mountain and appears to have done very well. So, but that's the deal. If you got a prayer in you, I'll work for prayers, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, pray for my family, pray for my wife, my kids, and my parents. So hopefully this is good news. So hopefully somebody caught my lifeline. And we will see y'all later. Stay grumpy and be like water whenever you can. Love you guys.